Hello, Starshine. This is Smadar from Song of Stones, and I'm a crystal whisperer, which means that I talk to stones and they talk to me. And this citrine has been singing to me quite powerfully recently. In case you didn't recognize, this is a citrine pendant, and it's been called, citrine is a highly beloved stone in the crystal community. It's been called the merchant stone. I call it the money stone. There's so much to love about this crystal, aside from its gorgeous, gorgeous color. Especially when you get it natural. Natural citrine is a little harder to come by than you'd think. A lot of the citrine crystals out there are heated to bring out the color. This one, I'm told, is not. It looks natural to me. It feels natural to me. But listen, sometimes it's just the way it is that, there's not always full disclosure with the crystals. I find that if you ask the right questions, you can usually get a good answer. Asking if a crystal is natural is not always enough. You need to also ask if it's been treated in any way for color. You can often tell with citrine because the treated ones get a little orangey. But then again, not always. So it's good to do your research. And it's good to trust yourself, to just trust what you're feeling. And ultimately, if you're being called to a crystal really powerfully, and your only concern is whether it's completely natural or not, maybe it's not that important. Sometimes we need to have a certain crystal. It doesn't matter how it got to where it was, just that we're feeling that pull. I've talked about that in depth in past videos and light log posts on the website. I'm sure you can find it easily by doing a search. And if you need help, reach out. But so today I want to talk about this particular citrine crystal has been singing to me. It was one of a set of earrings that I just fell in love with. There was something about this particular set of stones that was drawing me so powerfully. And so I got the earrings. I never wore them because my ears are very sensitive. And it took me a long time. This is a really crazy thing and a good reminder to trust ourselves and to listen to ourselves. I was never comfortable with earrings. They always bothered me no matter what earrings I got. And I always wore natural gold. I even got to a point where I thought I'm going to try and get 24 karat gold and see if that helps. But then I just realized that earrings are not for me. And I'm very sensitive in that part of my body. And I just need to trust that and honor that. And it's okay. It just didn't occur to me for the longest time. So my whole life, I just was uncomfortable when I wore earrings. And it was unnecessary. So there you go. Lesson in trusting the self. So I was just feeling very drawn to these, and I kept them around even though I couldn't wear them because I love them so much. And then a couple of weeks ago or so, I got this strong urge to have them made into pendants, and I went over to this person, this local person who is just, she's magic with creating jewelry. And I said to her, please turn this into a pendant. So she did in a few minutes, and and now I have this. And so then something happened in my business that was a little bit of a button pusher for me. And what happened was there's a new requirement now for when I ship crystals to the US. And it turns out that I need to have the duties and customs prepaid. And it was a little bit of a, there was a learning involved. I had to, shift a little bit the way I organized my shop, which it turned out was not really a big deal. It was not too difficult to make the switch. A little time consuming, yes. That's the nature of business. And that was not what was bothering me. So I realized, it took me a minute to figure it out, but I realized that it was the energy around the changes. The fact that, money was being used to manipulate. It was these duties and tariffs and all the other stuff that's been going on, which I'm not going to get into, because I love to focus on the positive stuff, how we can be empowered by what's going on. And that's exactly what this crystal came in to do. It empowered me, because for a minute I felt completely disempowered. I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to change my business. It's going to change the way my customers aren't going to want to shop with me anymore. And all these thoughts came into my mind, and they were exactly what the intention was in creating all this, these rules and these new regulations, to disempower, to bring in fear. And I'll tell you, it's an effective tactic. But if you have the crystals to guide you, and a little bit of awareness, and a little bit of patience, and a little bit of exploration of what's going on inside our bodies, which the crystals can help us do, and this one did for me so beautifully, then you can find the power in the shift, in the change, in the situation, whatever it may be. And that's what I did. I found the empowerment. And it turns out that the changes aren't going to affect my business as much as I thought they would. I've implemented the change, and so far, with the packages that I've sent out, there weren't even duties being required to be charged. So, there you go. But I love that it came up, and I love that this crystal came forward weeks before it even came to pass, weeks before I even needed it. And this happens often with the crystals. You'll hear me talk about stories where the crystals show up, and then I realize how much I need them. It's the magic of the crystals, of the universe, of your own divine nature and power. It's all working together. So that's what I wanted to share with you about this crystal, and how, we're talking about money. It goes much deeper than just whether we feel abundant or we don't feel abundant, because a lot of us don't. And even those of us who have abundance in our life can have stress over it. Money is a big issue for I don't think I've ever met a person, rich or poor, who didn't have an issue with money in one way or another. So these crystals are inviting us to explore our relationship with money, and our own value and our own worth. And they are just brilliant at helping us to release, well, first to become aware of our issues, and then to help us to release, and most importantly, to help us find the power and the medicine and the magic in our resistance and in our issues. It's just really beautiful. So I invite you to play with citrine. It can be in jewelry, it can be in crystal form. I've been playing with citrine in all kinds of forms, in all its different forms, and it's just been a really beautiful exploration. And I invite you to do the same, to play with some citrine. If you don't have citrine in your life and you'd like to connect with some citrine, please feel free to reach out, and I will be happy to hook you up. And I'm just feeling guided to just let you have a moment with the emanations of this crystal, and allow this crystal's energy to bring you a special gift. And it doesn't matter that it's my crystal, and it doesn't matter that we're on the other side of the world. The crystals have lots to share with us. There's so much of their gifts to go around to all of us, and they're not bound by time and space. So remember that with the crystals. If you see a crystal, if this crystal is calling to you and you want to receive a gift from it, you can easily just open your heart to it and you will have it. Just trust that you have it, and it may or may not reveal the details, and that's not always necessary, but just trust that you have received this gift. And now I will wish you much love and many blessings, and have a beautiful, magical day.